PCI Reading Program consists of 3 different leveled kits. The authors developed the PCI Reading Program with non-readers of all ages in mind. All 3 levels of the program are supported by realistic illustrations of everyday objects and settings. The books provided in each leveled kit feature contemporary adolescent characters and age-appropriate storylines. Level 1 teaches 140 basic sight words from the Dolch and Fry list, as well as real-world words through a comprehensive system of repetition, hands-on practice, controlled vocabulary reading, and high-interest activities. Students progress from reading individual words to 8 to 12 word sentences. Level 1 includes 28 books ranging in length from 8 to 12 pages. By the end of Level 1, non-readers will have progressed to approximately a 1.0 reading level. Level 2 includes an additional 140 sight words and follows the same lesson cycle as Level 1. However, students learn 10 words before moving to review, assessment, and the reading. Level 2 has 14 fiction books with 12 to 16 pages with up to 3 paragraphs per page. In Level 3, 2 major components form the basis for instruction: the letter-sound correspondence lessons and the core instruction guide. Level 3 has 10 fiction and 10 nonfiction books paired by theme, 16 pages per book. Level 3 introduces word decoding through phonics with explicit instruction in comprehension, fluency, and writing. As you can see from the chart, levels 1 and 2 refer to more work in the areas of word recognition, whereas in level 3 it addresses decoding through phonics instruction and explicit instruction in the areas of comprehension, fluency, and writing. PCI incorporates just about every major learning modality, including visual, auditory, and tactile kinesthetic. One of the keys to the success of the PCI reading program is the thoughtful use of repetition and review to ensure both short and long-term retention of words taught through each lesson component. Words are introduced and reviewed continuously in every step of the program. As a result of the structure of the lessons, short and long-term memory is virtually assured. As you can see from this slide, typical readers need about 8 to 12 repetitions to retain information into their short and long-term memories, while struggling readers need 30 or more repetitions, and students with severe reading disabilities need 60 or more repetitions. The PCI reading program incorporates over 100 different opportunities for students to practice in order to help ensure the words are cemented into short and long-term memory. Level 1 of the PCI reading program teaches non-readers to automatically recognize 140 sight words and common nouns and verbs through visual discrimination. Several sight word lists were used to compile the words, including the Dolch and Fry word lists. All Level 1 materials are carefully controlled to include only words students have learned, thereby promoting early reading success. Students read a book after every 5 words they learn for a total of 28 books. PCI Reading Program Level 1 kit components include 3 word-building lesson books, 140 lessons, a comprehensive test, and 28 post-tests, 5 copies of the Trace and Read workbook, 2 guided word practice books, for a total of 168 full-color word and book lesson plans, and 140 full-color student read-aloud pages. 1 activity sheets binder with 280 reproducible activities, 1 building reading skills binder with 75 lesson plans and 22 reproducible student pages, 28 full-color books, 1 game board for the word game, 140 word cards, 100 full-color picture cards, 1 card storage box, 1 match on the mat board, 105 text cards, 105 full-color scene cards, 1 plastic card tray, 1 plastic viewer, 1 teacher's guide. Level 1 includes a supplemental binder called Building Reading Skills. Each unit has a variety of lessons that build the skills one step at a time. In addition, some lessons include reproducible manipulatives that can be cut out for students to use. The first unit also provides several reproducible activity sheets to help develop students' visual discrimination skills. Units include building visual skills, building attention, building memory, building concepts of print, building phonemic awareness. The 5-step lesson cycle is based on visual discrimination and is designed to teach students to automatically recognize and correctly pronounce one word at a time. As each new word is learned, previous words are continually reviewed, which promotes both short and long-term retention. Every word is practiced and reviewed over 100 times. For every 5 words learned, students are invited to read a full-color book about the everyday life of a contemporary adolescent character. As you begin to implement this program and continue to learn more about the procedures and materials, it may be a good idea for you to keep a copy of the lesson cycle in front of you as you are teaching the various parts of the program to ensure you are following the correct order. PCI Reading Program Level 1 is designed as a one-on-one program, although there are a few steps in which you can instruct a small group of students. All of the lessons and materials are structured for an instructor to use with one student at a time, at the pace of the student. Scripts and cues are provided in the various lesson books to make the program easy to administer. The PCI program is student-centered and you can individualize based on student needs. There are 3 types of assessments found in the program. The first is the comprehensive test, the pretest, which should be used to establish baseline data. Second, the program features progress monitoring, in which data during the implementation of various parts of the lesson cycle is collected. And last is the post-test. The comprehensive test can be found in Book 1 of the Word Building Lessons, and scripts are featured in the Teacher's Guide, pages 16 to 17 in Level 1. It is important to establish a baseline for words each student already knows and what words need to be mastered. A general guideline is to test the first 20 words on the comprehensive test, and if a student knows 5 or more words, proceed to the next 20. You can use the plastic viewer for administration. Here is an example of the comprehensive test for Level 1. You can see how the student struggled with identifying many of the first 10 words that were assessed during the initial assessment. The teacher stopped the assessment after word 10, as not to frustrate the student. On the second assessment, you can see that the student's ability to read the first 10 words increased dramatically, and in addition, she was able to master an additional 11 words of the first 25 words in Level 1. Here's the lesson cycle for Level 1. You can see the steps 1 and 2 are the bulk of the program. General guidelines for completing Step 1 is as follows. Step 1A. The word building lesson is completed one-on-one and usually takes about 10 minutes. Step 1B. The trace and read workbook can be done as a small group and takes about 5 minutes to complete. Step 1C, guided word practice, is administered one-on-one and takes about 15 to 20 minutes to finish. Step 1D, activity sheets are completed independently, either in the classroom or sent home to reinforce the concepts learned that day. This step usually takes about 10 minutes. We will discuss each step in detail on the following slides.